First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to gather here today to support a cause that is not only important, but deeply personal to me. My name is Taiba Sultana, and while many of you know me by now as a councilwoman of the City of Easton, tonight I want to tell you the story behind this title. Because my journey wasn't paved with privilege. It was built on struggle, survival, and the kindness of others who lifted me when I had nowhere else to turn. Before this title, I was case number 75780 at a women's domestic violence shelter. Before the policy meetings, I stood in line for donated shoes that would fit my children. I was born in Pakistan. My father, a railway worker, died when I was just 6 years old, leaving my mother to raise 8 children alone. We had no safety net, no saving, just her relentless will to keep us fed, clothed, and in school. I learned early on what struggle looked like, what sacrifice meant, and how resilience could change the course of our lives. When I immigrated to Pennsylvania as a teenage bride, marrying a man double my age, I thought I had escaped hardship. But life had another plan for me. It was here that I started my family and started raising my children, a community that has shaped me dearly. But my path has not been easy. In 2010, like not that long ago, I escaped an abusive relationship. The type of relationship that many of us are expected to be in because of the fear of the society. Until we die. But I decided to escape after 10 years of being in a marriage, and I escaped with my 3 babies. And guess what? In the blink of an eye, I found myself with my 3 babies homeless. Because society doesn't accept a divorcee. I remember those dark days vividly. The fear of uncertainty, the anxiety of not knowing where I would lay my head at night, and the panic of wanting to provide for my children while feeling utterly defeated. The night I became part of the statistics no woman chooses, 1 in 3 homeless women are feeling violence. That's the statistics. But tonight I stand here before you as a living proof that statistics don't get the final say. The community does. The community do. It was that during the challenging time that I discovered the power of organizations like Shazori House. You want to know what changed my life? 3 lifelines. 3 lifelines changed everything. Number 1, a shelter. After being homeless for 9 months, I figured I can go to a shelter. I can find a place to stay. And that shelter just didn't give me a bed, but actually whispered that, Taiba, your story isn't over. It's just waiting for you to rewrite it. The second lifeline, my caseworker, who would always put extra effort into understanding my broken English, and who fought for us to get housing near my children's house because she knew that stability starts with routine. My third lifeline, my teacher, my professor, who saw my potential when I only saw my failure, and placed a textbook in my hand to learn ESL instead of a pity card. I went to school. I graduated in political science. I got my higher degree in pre-law, and that changed everything. That women's and children's shelter took us to where I stayed for a long time. And then I lived in public housing for 3 years. That gave us stability. And slowly I rebuilt not just a home, but a life. We all face different challenges. We all face different crises. But here's what the crisis never tells you. Homelessness isn't just about housing. It's about shattered identity. The day I lost my house, I lost my identity. I became not Taiba, but that one homeless woman. My experience with homelessness didn't break me. They ignite a fire within me to become an activist, a voice for those who feel voiceless, and I became determined to ensure that no one else has to endure what I went through alone. Today, I stand before you, not just as a councilwoman of the City of Easton, but as a mother, as a survivor, and an advocate. The very first shoe that I got for my child, I still have it at home. And I have my gavel at my home. And I always look at those 2 things, and I realize where I come from, what I have achieved throughout my entire life just because of one roof over my head. When my father, a Pakistani railway worker, died, I learned poverty isn't just empty pockets. It's the crushing weight of invisibility. When I escaped abuse to become homeless in America, I learned something worse. And that's again, homelessness steals more than my address. It steals my identity. 14 years later, I stand again here before you as Easton's first Muslim and first South Asian to be elected. And by the way, neuroscience shows it takes just one stabilizing support to rewire a trauma survivor's brain for hope. And that shelter just didn't give me a bed, it gave me identity. So today I'm not asking you to save anyone. I'm asking you to be someone's first lifeline, like those who were mine. Because no woman, literally no woman, should have to choose between an abusive home and the streets. And no child should wonder where they will sleep tonight. And no one, I said no one, should be left behind. I implore you to support the Shazori House, the Shazori Project, to bring hope and the possibility of a brighter future to countless women who are navigating the same terrifying path I once walked. So again, let us work hand in hand to ensure that our sisters, those who struggle and fight daily, receive the support they need to rise, to heal, and to reclaim their lives. This is the way we can change lives and make history, by helping and empowering one woman at a time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taiba. I want to